this much, Philip.
All right, we're back again.
Hour 20.
It's already hour 20. Gosh.
Jake's
I think Jake's delirious potentially.
Oh
yeah,
my,
and his signal is
my
delirious
word.
too.
Still doing this.
Wow, are you?
Oh, is
are
it
you,
is
are
it
you
bad? It could
Are
be.
you okay?
Your mental
Oh.
point.
Right. I thought there was some lag, so I was just trying to let it. I think I'm in a slightly residential area, so I'm doing my
You're not
best
trying
quiet
not
voice,
to-
which, as you
to
know,
shout.
Francis, is quite loud still. Yeah.
Yes.
So, okay.
So actually,
So we're now
that's
in
good.
like some of
Go on.
my stomping grounds. This is kind of a local area to me.
How near to your
so
house are
we
you
just
right
passed
now?
a. So it's going to get closer to the house.
Mm-hmm.
Like it could be shouting distance to the house at some point.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see what happens there. But I've got a question. And I would like Monica to answer the question first.
That's not how the show
There's a village that I'm near.
Okay.
Turning it around.
Does he think our
the village
questions
near
were
here.
shite? Is this what's happening?
I think he's actually abusing like the niceness where we have agreed to be here 6 times in a row.
Wow.
Come on then, spit it out.
I've been here. Anyway, okay. So, village. I'm going to spell the village to you, and you're going to tell me the name of the village. Right? It's a pronunciation game. So, ARDINGLY.
Yeah, this is a good
all
time
one
for me
word.
to tell
Monica.
you that I'm ESL and listening to letters in English. There's not a word spelled to me.
We'll type the letters down as he says them somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Francis, just text the Hangouts them to me.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. Listen.
A
I
R
spell in a different AR.
DINGLY.
Ardingly.
Francis, how would you? Would you agree or disagree?
I mean, it's obviously a trick question.
Yes.
I assume it's not Ardingly. It's actually like Ardingly or something.
Or Ardingly.
Go on
Edinburgh. Is it Edinburgh?
No, so this I actually expected Francis as a lady of the South. I expected you to pronounce it correctly because you pronounced it like I would. You both pronounced it like I would, like as if it was a village in Yorkshire.
Yeah.
It's Ardingly. Let's all go to Ardingly and have a nice cup of tea, and then we'll go home. It's Ardingly.
Oh, interesting.
Very posh.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I can see why you think I would spell it that way because where I'm from Cornwall, and a lot of the place names there have that kind of unexpected Lee or lie at the end, depending on the spelling.
Mm-hmm.
That's upsetting.
Yeah, it is upsetting.
Wow. How would you rate that game in terms of fun out of 10?
Like a 4.
Yeah. It needs work.
But I mean, I've been hanging out with a 5 and a 3-year-old all day. So, by the way, Jake, I have a question from the 5-year-old for you, if you would be so kind. His question is twofold.
Absolutely.
First of all, what is your hair color? And second of all, which hair color do you think would walk the fastest? Like,
I also have a follow-up question, which is, what color are you in your soul? What hair color are you in your soul? Because that's a different answer.
So, in order, what is your hair color?
I would say that my hair color is brown. Francis disagrees with me.
I definitely said that you are a redhead.
He's a ginger.
Yeah, he is. You are ginger. The word for exactly
like
ginger.
Nobody who looks like Jake with his pallor is not ginger.
I think that's the thing, right? Is like I'm pretty sure my hair is brown, but they see the pastiest of face and just assume that I must therefore be ginger.
Orange, Jake. It's orange. When you grow a beard, is this an event that can happen in your life? First of all, I don't want to assume.
I mean, it's not great. I'll put it that way. But
what color does it come out of your face? Is it ginger?
Bright copper.
He knows.
Bright
see?
copper.
He is very much like got some Celtic blood. So Jake was born pretty much on the Scotland-England border. So yeah, he has plenty of Scottish roots in there. Lots of.
How does it feel to be 35 and find out you're a ginger?
I'm not ginger. I'm like I've got nothing against
Hundo P.
ginger.
Hundo P ginger.
I'm definitely a carrier. I would say. Definitely.
Okay, and the second question, the second follow-up, also from the
Oh,
toddler. Do you feel that like there's a hair color that would have made you faster? Like, which is the fastest hair color? Blue.
Sonic the Hedgehog, easy peasy. Like
valid.
there's no, except then Sonic goes yellow when he goes super fast. So I have to think about it.
Well,
I'm enjoying that the questions of what was that, a 5-year-old, are roughly of the caliber of the questions that I feel like Jake and I would be talking about if we were having a normal 2 a.m. conversation. One of the things I've missed most about the pandemic is Jake used to visit and he'd come and stay, and we would always dedicate at least one night to staying up all night, drinking some and listening to 90s pop. Or Tool, depending on.
We have an on. Oh yeah. We have an ongoing playlist which is songs with counting in, because it's always fun to learn numbers while you listen to music. So Monica, what's your favorite song with counting in?
So this is unfair because I've participated to this. Mine is 1, 2, 3, 4 by Feist. I think it's a very good counting song.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the list. It's a solid.
For you.
We're quite a fan of the Rammstein one.
Polizei.
Yes.
Pop it in a different language.
And not only counting in another language, so you get double points there.
Yeah.
Which does lead to my personal question. So I have a question for you, Jake, and I really want to think about it very hard, because I think this is an important question. But who do you think recorded the best version of Under the Bridge?
Hey, All Saints, all night long. Absolutely, it is the best version. The problem is the Chili Peppers one, right? The original. Is everything's going well. You're like, yeah, fair play. And then he brings a whole choir in, which don't really sing in tune. And it just, I don't know. It's like one of those.
I don't like that bit either.
No. And they what they do, right, is in the All Saints version is they don't do that. And they replace it with a guy who goes, 1 time, 2 times,
which makes it
3 times.
Song.
Valid for the counting song playlist.
Which is why it gets into our counting song playlist, so we always listen to it.
Yeah. And it's got a bit of scratching in.
Anybody who's not friends with Jake and Francis, invariably every single one of these nights, a slew of videos will be sent to you of them doing all of these things, where you're happily not invited and asleep in bed.
Look, it's our private karaoke party.
It's not private if you send me the videos.
It's one of those things where in the morning we'll say, look, you had to be there, and so in the reply, I didn't have to be there, and that's why I wasn't. So.
Well, I'm glad you answered that very important question. Do you want to answer a real question from like someone who actually maybe donated to your charity?
Give it a go.
Oh, no?
Yeah, we could. I mean, are there any left that I don't have to think too hard about? Like thinking like, which hair color is the fastest. That's kind of my level right now.
Your level right now, is it? So
yeah,
I mean, there is one that's like not like technical.
So you don't want to talk about React hooks. I just want to be very clear.
We'll skip the React ones.
Absolutely not.
So David Alberto Adler, who frankly asked a bajillion questions, he was on fire.
Absolutely.
One of the easier ones he asked that weren't trying to get you to do some maths was, what is your most unpopular opinion? Which is kind of where I was nipping in the bud with the All Saints question.
Oh.
This is very good. That's a very good one.
Okay, so
actually, you might have meant in technology, but you should really reach wide here. Go wide.
So I think that Event Horizon is a much better film than most people do.
Strong agreement.
But yeah.
Is that the Tom Cruise one?
No, you're thinking of Minority Report, which is a cracking film, by the way.
From Jurassic Park.
I'm still not thinking of Minority Report.
Sam Neill.
The one where like he wakes up every morning and like relives his like army day.
No, that's
this is,
it's got some
it's Live, Die, Repeat. It's Live, Die, Repeat. No, see, the thing is, they gave the film 2 names, right? It's Live, Die, Repeat in some territories, and they re-released it as Live, Die, Repeat because it's got a cooler, edgier name. The other name for it is like The Edge of Tomorrow or something.
Yeah. That's the one I was thinking.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it had 2 names.
Yes.
Although I feel like Tom Cruise has kind of played that role like 5 times. But anyway, back to
Event Horizon.
Oh, yeah.
Unpopular
by the way, just
like that, but it's not that.
For the readers at home, it has a 6.7 on IMDb and 29% on Rotten Tomatoes, 35%.
That is brutal. Frankly, I think that's brutal.
That's absolutely brutal.
It was a much more fun movie than that.
Yeah,
it's really bloody in some parts and really over the top. It's actually a horror movie more than a sci-fi movie.
Also bad.
Oh yeah.
The budget was 60 mil, but at the box office, it only made 42 mil.
Worth every penny.
You know, I feel like we're getting a lot of remakes right now. That does feel like one that might come back around.
There's supposed to be a TV series. I don't know if maybe it's been cancelled.
I feel like
there was definitely talk of a TV series.
Yeah, I would watch that. I would watch the heck out
of that.
Yeah.
It's because it's got that sort of a gritty sci-fi like Alien, right? Which I think is really a big influence there. But I'll get my unpopular tech opinion out of the way, and we can get back to talking about movies because I was enjoying that. Unpopular tech opinion is that while in development mode, while you're developing a site, should be as close to deployment mode as possible, including minification if you can really bear it.
How is that
that's my unpopular opinion.
Who doesn't like that? Who is like, you know what? I just want to see how it sits in a completely different.
Everybody with like live reload servers and stuff.
There's the live reload thing, which often changes behavior, but there's also like a rising popularity in loading everything unbundled in dev because it's super fast. But I don't know. I just feel like it's super risky.
Jake, I for one
because it's
so
load different.
Everything unbundled in dev mode and then also in production. So technically, I don't build anything.
You're fine then. You're absolutely fine then.
But when I do...
Anyway, Event Horizon is an absolutely cracking movie.
Yeah.
Did you? So I did I didn't realize that the one in the pool, Agatha, I don't know. She was
spoilers.
She was the baddie in.
Look, it came out in 1999. If you haven't seen it yet, tough luck.
Oh yeah.
1997.
Minority Report is one of those movies where I'll it'll be on TV and I'll just be channel hopping, and then I'll an hour later I'm still watching it. Right.
Yeah.
It's
sure. Oh, it's Lawrence Fishburne, isn't it? Yeah, it's loads of people in it. It's great. Apparently they announced there was going to be a TV show in 2019, which means it's how you reset your mouth when you've been gobbling. My dad does it.
I think we're back. I think we're back to talking about Event Horizon, but Event Horizon has the greatest movie, the greatest moment in horror movie things, because obviously there's always that feeling in a horror movie is like, hey lads, why not leave the haunted house and go to Burger King
anywhere
and just
else.
have a nice time?
Yeah.
But they think because that's the thing, they tappy on the computer and they find the logs of the previous crew and everything's not great, and cracking Lawrence Fishburne line, he just walks over, turns it off and says, we're leaving. And it's just it's that moment that just doesn't happen in other horror movies. I mean, obviously they fail to leave, right? But it really explains why that they're not just knocking around. Yeah, I love that movie. I haven't watched it in ages.
Well,
you want instead of asking you questions, do you want us to just play 15 minutes of Event Horizon at a time for the next 10 hours?
Oh, that'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Oh, I have a better idea. Monica and I will get the script and we will act it.
I don't know if I have
it. Cool. Any other cool movies you want to mention?
Bagsy, the part of John Pert. I want the John Pertwee part. John Pertwee for me. Please, what do I like?
Top recommends
I
for
don't. I
media?
can't
Yeah,
think
top
of
5
anything else.
recommends for the stream.
You see, this is the thing. I used to really like the movie Fight Club, but it's just been absolutely ruined by horrible people.
Absolutely.
Like,
Yeah.
so I guess I'll go watch Memento again because that was.
I
that
just
was
watched
good.
Memento 2 days ago.
It's a good film.
Yeah, it's a cracking film.
I couldn't remember shit
Uh,
from it.
Hey, I've been watching Mayor of Easttown recently. Guy Pearce is in that as well. It's very good.
Yeah.
It's got what's her face in it from off of the Titanic. Winslet.
Kate Winslet. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I've got that right. I might make my brain fade. But yeah. That's a really good series.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what? This is definitely exciting for everyone that isn't us.
Well, I feel like we're really on the graveyard shift now. So
I
whoever's
would
watching,
say
Oh,
we're
yeah,
actually on the edge of tomorrow. Wink, wink,
It's
wink.
that
wonderful.
was a good movie though. Edge of Tomorrow. Yeah.
So how are you feeling? We'll get rid of you in a second, but how are you feeling?
We just did a big uphill. I did a downhill, then an uphill, and I have to say I wasn't a fan of either. No, it's not going into my top 10 moments of the walk.
Winded. Winded?
It's not like it's just it's the knees, right? It's knees and legs. Like
Yeah.
heads and shoulders are fine, knees and toes not so much.
Yeah.
So eyes and ears, mouth and nose, perfect.
Do you get
But
another
whatever.
pit stop along the way?
Oh yeah. There is another stop not too far away. I think it's roughly every 10k.
Okay.
I'm excited. I mean, in terms of kilometers, almost at the sex number. I'll be taking a selfie there.
69 because he's
Yeah.
12.
Oh, 69. I was like trying to figure out what guy is. Wow. Good job, Jake. Are you
Yeah.
please post it on the Twitter.
Oh yeah. With my phone. Funny. It's good. Yeah. It will actually make me giggle when I say it because that's the state I'm in.
No, it's good to find these little moments of joy, I think. I think on that note.
And
Yeah, I mean,
on that
really,
note, this one's
it's
the
in short
bag.
supply. No offense.
Okay. Yeah, I have to say, quite rude on Twitter about us giving up our evening, spending the time with you.
Absolutely.
You count your blessings. We have like an Alex Russell and a Zach at the ready to like man this, and I don't.
The
think you
Chuckle
want us to
Sisters?
do that.
I thought
I
thought you would like the Chuckle
I
Sisters.
actually quite like that. I think that's quite good.
I thought you'd be
When
totally.
we go on tour.
We
Yeah,
might
that's what
we
we'll
might
do.
appropriate that.
Uh-huh. Alex
Right,
says
then.
I've been too mean to you,
Shall I-
so I hope you're okay, and I hope you make it to your next pit stop. That's pretty nice for me, right?
Jake, you're alive. Yes. Yes.
You're
Okay.
still
Good.
alive.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, it's going to be fine.
We're not usually nice
It's going
to
to
each other,
take
so
a long time.
weird.
That's the nicest you've ever been to me. No. It's British friendship. It's built on
Yeah.
sarcasm and piss takes.
Stop
Absolutely.
talking. Just go now.
It's awful.
right.
Please stop.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, we'll see you.
Bye-bye.